First off, I want to start off by saying all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Crocodiles. Double honor to the apostle, elders, the great millstone, and shout out to the hopeful elect. So, man, today back with another lesson. Excuse me for the today back with another lesson, man. I want to talk about, don't let their disbelief or, don't let their disbelief or, they, don't let their disbelief, yeah, basically, just really that. Don't let their disbelief, draw you away from this truth, man. It's a narrow passage, man. Many people ain't gonna understand it. Many people ain't gonna get it. You're gonna have things on the left, things on the right. That's the second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 7. We're gonna start at verse 4. We started at verse 4. He said, but put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea that look upon it and rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So there's a lot of things we're gonna go through in this truth, in order to get to this passage. There's gonna be a lot of things, bro. There's gonna be a lot of things holding us back, pulling us left and right, but we gotta keep pushing. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field. A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. So, got some notes on this. It's talking about the kingdom, right here. Once again, how can we get into the kingdom, man, if we don't face these things? If we don't be tested in the faith, man. You know what I'm saying? But right here, verse 7, the point I was trying to get to, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, man. It's a small passage. We're in verse 8, and one only path between them both, between the fire and the water, so small, but there could be but one man go there at once, man. It's only one man go there at once, man. That's how small the passage is, man. This ain't gonna be no big passage, man. Everybody ain't gonna be on this road with you, man. Everybody ain't gonna be on this road with you, man. Right here, man. Matthew 22 and 14. For many are called, but few are chosen, man. Everybody ain't gonna be on this road with you, man. There's gonna be a lot of people who fall off, There's a lot of people gonna be in this truth, who gonna go astray, who gonna get deceived, gonna get deceived by the forces of liars, the Esau, they forces of liars, they do a lot of lying and everything, but you also gonna have Jake try to drag you away too, but you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay focused, you gotta stay righteous, man. Right here, Matthew 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So you're gonna have a lot of people who ain't gonna be able to see this passage, man. They're gonna think you tripping. They're gonna think you crazy. They're gonna do a lot of things to make you seem like you ain't doing the righteous works. But you gotta stay focused. You can't let their disbelief drag you away from the truth. Because once you step into their ways and step into how they move, then guess what? You're going to be set for destruction right with them, man. Because they all going to be destroyed one way or another, whether they get judged in this lifetime or whether they get judged when the Most High come back. It's still going to be a lifetime, but whether they be judged while they're in the flesh or whether they be judged when Yahweh Shai come. They're going to be set for destruction, man. Most High can bring judgment right now. You can be walking down the street, anything can happen, So you want to stay righteous, man. You want to walk circumspectly, man. Matter of fact, let's bring that out. Ephesians 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So we're going to search up what circumspectly mean. Weary and unwilling to take risks, man. You don't want to take these risks, man. You don't want to follow these ways of these people, man. You know, you don't want to be caught up in the ways of what these people doing, man. You don't want to let them. You don't want to let their iniquity, let their evil thoughts, their unrighteous thoughts, their unrighteous ways fall onto you, man. You don't want to let them drag you away just because they don't see you right in their eye, you know. Cause we only trying to please one person, you know. We only trying to please Yahweh, you know, and that's through believing Yahweh Shai, man. Only way you can get through the Father is through Yahweh Shai. That's His words, man. So if you despising what Yahweh, if you despising the word that that Yahweh Shai, it's like if you despising the word that Yahweh sent through the prophets, how can you get through them? And then you definitely not believing on Yahweh Shai if you calling on Jesus. You calling these false names, these false idols, because we know there's a Son and there's a Father. The Father is Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. And how we're connected back to the Father is through Yahweh Shai, man. You don't want these people to bring you into the ways of them. Let their iniquity, their false ways, oh, bro, you crazy, bro. You think you hate white people so much, or you people anti-America, or you this, you that. Of course, man. Because we not of this world, man. We not of this world, We don't care nothing about this world or the people in it, man. If you ain't know the elect, you ain't know, matter of fact. Let's see. Like a bro with me. Precept come to mind where how should I say? They not with me, they're against me. Let's see. They not with me. They against me. Let's see if we can get this come up. Bear with me. Hold up, bear with me. They not with me. They against me. Matthew 12, verse 30. So right here, this is Yahweh Shai when it's in red. It's Yahweh Shai talking. Matthew 12, verse 30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me is scattered abroad. Because once I say we're a flock, man, and Yahweh Shai been said it, my flock hear my voice, they come. So you take heed to the spiritually, man. You take heed to the spiritually and understand that. Just because understand that yes, we're in the flesh, but you understand that even in this flesh, you a Hebrew Israelite, man. But spiritually is how you connect with the Most High to get the deep things, the understanding, the true understanding, man. So you don't want to let these people deceive your mind, man. And this topic, and just think about just saying that. Think about me. I was watching the Apostle video. He was talking about. I'm gonna bring a few precepts he brought out too, but he was talking about how understanding how we're Israelite in the flesh and in the spirit, man. But understanding that we got to connect with the Most High through the spirit. It's a battle, man. It's a daily battle, man. Because also the flesh don't have you try to do things as well, but you can't let these people who think fleshly confuse you, man. Trick you, man. Before I want to get to that, but right here, John 10:4. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And the stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers, man. So his sheep know his voice, man. His sheep know his voice. His sheep ain't gonna follow the ways of the other people, man. They ain't gonna let these false doctrines, these antichrist, these people confuse you, thinking that you wrong and it's truth. That's how they try to turn the word against you, man. They try to turn disbelief and make it look as righteous. They make it like they obedient to the Most High. But the obedience is in His book. The obedience in His word. The full armor of the Most High is His word. It's truth, man. We'll go to 2nd Ezra 15. I'm gonna start at verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, man. And I want you to, we're gonna search these words up, man. I want you to see what this word right here mean, man. You know? In a state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. Disbelief, man. Don't let they disbelief confuse you, man. Don't let it trouble thee, man. You know? The ones who speak against the truth, the ones who try to turn you, man, don't let it confuse you, man. Be strong in this truth, man. Understand, man. Because understanding the truth is a gift, bro. It's a real gift, man. To be able to understand the precepts, to even be able to break them down, you know, to take heed to what Most High saying. That's a gift, man. Everybody ain't gonna be saying the truth ain't for everybody, man. So once you get it, you gotta strive with it, push as far as you can. For all the unfaithfulness shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. They're gonna be destroyed, you know. And I also want to bring out a precept about the flock, right here. We'll start at verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. You know, He's gonna punish Esau, man. All the innocent blood said they done did, Esau gonna get punished, man. Let's go back to Ezekiel, I want to say 35. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, but I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. You know, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy the land thereof. When he talking about Egypt, what he say in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, you know? Let's go to it. He didn't necessarily talk about Egypt. What he said, Revelation 11, verse 8, in their dead bodies, it's like for notification. We're going airplane mode so I can start to see you now. In their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which also your Lord was crucified. You know, Sodom was a place that was destroyed, man. Sodom was destroyed. You know, they had a lot of iniquity going on there, a lot of men loving men, a lot of things going on out there, man. The Most High destroyed it, man. The Most High destroyed it. Same thing with Egypt, man. When he had to reveal himself on Pharaoh in Egypt, man. You know, and we can go ahead to Exodus. I want to say it's 20 or it's 22. What precept that was? Yeah, Exodus 20 and verse 2. Yeah, here it is. I am the Lord your higher power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So that's what he means when. So going back to 2nd Ezra. So when he's referring to Egypt, man, so I say you got to get the precept by precept, line upon line. So like going back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, you know. As he said, he'll bring us out of Egypt as he did before, because right now we're still in captivity, man. We ain't under Pharaoh, but he refers to his house of bondage, man. We under that revised Roman Empire, man. You know, and you see what I'm saying? And you see what he said, my flock, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. You know, we that flock, man. We that people. You know, we them sheep, man. We them sheep that Esau took and confused, man. Esau took and confused, man. Was killing us off of doing a lot of things, man. They was doing a lot of things to the nation of Israel. But that's why I read verse 10 so you can see, man. When the Most High called, his sheep gonna hear. All of them ain't gonna get it. Some of them still going to the slaughter, man. Some of them still going to the slaughter, man. They getting set to be destroyed, man. Just because they let Esau twist their head, turn away, man. They being held. They being held. They being held in captivity mentally and physically, man. They ain't able to fight against the. They ain't able to fight against the. Matter of fact, let me go to it. They ain't able to fight against the falseness, right here. I'll just break it out. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put the whole armor of Yahweh, which is words is truth, that that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against the powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in this place, man. In high places, man. They ain't able to fight them off, man. They weak, man. They weak, man. They letting the flesh control them, man. Letting the flesh control them, man. You know, when Yahushua was going to pray, what he tell them, man? You know, the flesh weaken them, the flesh will do it, but the spirit strengthen, man. The spirit gonna fight, man. You know. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see if I can find that precept. Yeah. Right here. Matthew 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. The flesh is weak, man. So going back to Ephesians, they ain't able to fight it off, man. That's why I say, once again, man, you can't let their disbelief, you can't let their evil ways, you can't let none of that drag you out this truth, man. You can't let none of that trick you out your spot, man. You gotta stay in, you gotta stay whole, man. You gotta fight, you gotta stay strong, you gotta put on the whole armor. That whole armor is this truth, this word, this book. You gotta stay in this book, man. You gotta continue to read, increase knowledge, man. You gotta continue to read and increase knowledge, man. And I hope I won't start getting notifications, cause I wanna break out. Let's do this real fast. Put my phone on D&D. Select for all the notifications. State of being ruled by a prince. Let's see if we can, let's search well. Let's see if they got it right. The elements of the creation, the end of themselves being order, authors, you see, but you basically get it, man. It's right here, man. You know, when it's they're trying to rule you, man. They're trying to rule you, man. Esau trying to control you, man. You know, they wanna be in charge. They want to control your mind. That goes to the MOTB chip, man. It goes to the chip, man. They want to put the chip in. They want to control you. They want to know all your moves, everything about you. That's why you in this truth. You gotta stay strong. You gotta fight, man. You gotta stay strong. You gotta fight, man. So I got a couple more precepts. And these are, I say these flag. These are precepts that these are the precepts that Apostle brought out earlier. What was that? Was that 1 Corinthians? Chapter 1 Corinthians chapter 8. It was 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 8. Yeah. So right here, 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed, man. You know, let's go to the NLT. Let's see if we can pull up the NLT version. Oh wait. Cut the Wi-Fi on. Let's see. What's the NLT version? 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. That's what it reads. Okay. We are pressed on every side by troubles. See that? By troubles, man. Don't let their disbelief get you, man. But we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by Yahweh. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed, man. We still standing, man. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of temptation. It's gonna be a lot of trouble that's trying to pull you away, man. You like we read in 2 Ezra 7, man. Things on the right, things on the left, man. You can't let their incredulity, you can't let their disbelief get you, man. You can't let their disbelief get you. And while I'm also in here, I want to go to 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4 and 5. We use Yahweh's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning to destroy the false argument. So we ain't letting these people try to entice the word, try to put their own touch, their own feelings on the word of Yahweh by seeing Yahweh Shai, man. You know, Yahweh Shai give the words through the prophets, and he give us understanding through the Spirit. So, and not saying I'm a prophet, but he give us the understanding to be able to understand what the prophet's saying through the Spirit, man. You know. So you wanna take heed, man. So you take notes. You wanna read. You wanna study on your own, so you can get the understanding. Not what these people try to trick you into saying. I had got you calling Yahweh Shai Jesus Christ, you know, and got you calling these false religions, these false idols, these false gods. You know, they try to twist and turn their own, try to make it seem like they the savior, save people. Try to make all the images of Yahweh Shai white. You know, they doing a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? We destroy every proud obstacle that keeps people from knowing Yahweh. We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Yahweh Shai, the anointed, man. You know, we teach them to obey, man. You know, we can go back. We can read this back in the King James version before we get on it. I start at verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, man. We casting it down, get away from it. We get away from it, move around, man. When we cast it down, we bring out the truth. Bring out the truth. We put it on their face. We put it in their ear, man. Even though they don't want to hear it, but for Jake, you need to hear it, man. For Jake, you need to hear it. And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Most High. So all them times they want to speak against the truth, try to, no, God coming back for everybody. No, he's not. Repentance is for everybody. No, it's not. Acts 5:31. You know, John 3:16 forgot. We break it down precept upon precept, line upon line, man. We bring it all them evil thoughts, all them evil ways to the obedience of the Most High, man. You know, so that being said, man, you know, Lord willing, be back with another lesson soon. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Crocodiles. A double honor to the pastor, elders, a great millstone. Shout out to the hopeful elect. Shalom.